Today we're going to be pairing ULRIKA and the War Dragons in the same deck to make for a truly spectacular combo. Let's immediately dive in. The win condition of our deck is going to be a unique interaction between the Selkie Spirit that says that after a spell enters your hand from anywhere other than your deck, reduce its mana cost by 1. We are going to be pairing that card up with our Scorched Blades to get some 0 mana costing Draconite Charge in our hand. And that is going to give us the option to facilitate 2 game-winning combos. One of them is going to be with a Chieftain of Impulse to summon a creature for 0 mana after we mana surge our Draconite Charge and give those creatures God Bleeds to instantly win the game. And the other amazing combo is that since we're going to be getting a few Draconite Charge in our hand for 0 mana, we can play ULRIKA and use a lot of 0 mana costing spells to get her to attack as many times as possible. This is a very fun and random deck. Let's try this deck out in the ranked ladder. We're playing against the Death Domain and our starting hand is kind of okay here. We are going to need this relic to survive this matchup. Okay, let me just play you, and then I'm just going to end my turn. My opponent is going to summon a very strong Dread Hive already, but we can kind of easily clear this. Let me just play my Draka Scout. It's going to give me a Draconite Shard. And you know what? I can just attack with my Sailfire Hatchling here. Then I am dealing 2 damage to you and ending my turn. Perseverance for my opponent. That's very, very strong. Which means that they're not going to activate the Afterlife of the Living Container, which is kind of okay right now. I can even start with my Draconite Shard here, and we are going to actually find the Carrion Nester, which is not too bad, in all honesty, so let me play that immediately. And then I think I need to attack you, and I can even use the Gleam Weaver now to remove my opponent's Brood Parasite from the board, along with a Bomb Fly. And now I think that if the Living Container goes down, the Brood Parasite is not coming back. My opponent is going to attack. This is actually going to give me a dragon. Let's see, we're going to find the Draconic Priestess. That's really, really cool. And I think we kind of need to play that immediately. And actually, you know what? I can play a couple of those Draka Warriors immediately. Yeah, that's not too bad. It's not too bad. That is immediately going to add 4 more Dread into my opponent's deck. Let me just clear you. Then I am also going to play my other Draka Warrior. And as soon as we do that, we can also attack my opponent for 6 damage. Wow, what? How did that even work? That's a very strong turn for us. We are back at 28 health. We have added quite a bit of Dread. They only have a couple of cards left in their hand, so hopefully they won't find an answer. My opponent is going to trade. Let's see if they are getting their Brood Parasite back. No, they don't, because that card is no longer in their void. That is so awesome. A Ragnarok for my opponent, okay. And my opponent is just going to trade as well, which means that they have the lead on the board. Oh, but we have ULRIKA here. That is so very cool. Okay, these creatures are going down anyway, so I think I am forced to trade here. First, I am going to attack this creature for my opponent. That's going to give me a bit of favor. Then I am going to deal 3 damage to my opponent. And then I am trading this dragon for sure. And guys, then I think I'm going to play ULRIKA and actually end my turn. ULRIKA is just going to be a strong body now on the board. Let's see if my opponent can clear here. This is not exactly the combo that I was aiming for in this deck, but in this case, this is the best play. My opponent is at 6 mana, and they're going to play a Brood Parasite down on the board. I am more than happy about that. Oh, that's so cool. But sadly, we haven't taken any damage this turn. So, how do we play this? I can start by using Claw and Fang, which is a mana searched card right now, to get rid of those 2 creatures. Then we're going to make a very favorable trade happen, which is going to make me... Do I even play the Blood Price here? Yeah, I think I will. Yeah, let me do that. Because guys, oh, we get very lucky. We get very, very lucky here. Because ULRIKA is going to destroy my opponent's Brood Hive, and then she's protected, and I can even clear that creature immediately. We are in a good spot right now. I find it very difficult for my opponent to clear ULRIKA. They have a Blackfire Dragon on the board, but still not enough. Let's see how we're... Oh, we have an End to War as well. Okay, let me start with my Lava Spitter down on the board. Then I am going to follow up with my Scorched Blade. I will get a little unlucky. In which case, I think I'm going to use my Draconite Shard here. Let me get another Draconic Priestess to add a bit more Dread into my opponent's deck in a little bit. And you know what? I can even attack this right now with ULRIKA, and with the 2 extra mana that we have, I can play my Rune of Sight to draw a couple of cards. Glean is okay, but I think I'm going to go with the Draka Scout now. Oh, we get a bit unlucky, but still not the end of the world. Ragnarok for my opponent, wow. They are now at 13 health, and wait, we have quite a bit of damage as well. Wait. Let's see how we navigate this one. We have Rally the Band. Let me actually attack this creature, since ULRIKA has protected already. Then I can play Rally the Band for 1 mana. That is going to give me a Selkie Spirit And I can even get a volatile fire breather here. ULRIKA is also going to trade, that makes me so very happy. And I can even play my Selkie Spirit as well, along with a Draka Scout. I think I'm going to trade this zombie, and I can play another Draconite Shard just for 0 mana to force ULRIKA to attack my opponent for 3 more damage. And guys, they have nothing else. They're just going to draw a single card. I don't think that it is ever going to be enough unless they draw a dangerous ritual into another dangerous ritual. But they also have Dread in their deck, and they are going to draw that immediately. And yep, the game is ours. Just like that, we win against the meta deck. Wow, that was a really fun match. This time we're playing against the Magic domain. Let's see how this one is going to go. You know what? I am even going to throw my peculiar Spellworm down on the board immediately to establish dominance. And you know what? I think I am going to go for the tempo play here. Let me play Oddi down on the board, and that's going to be it. My opponent is just going to use Target Power on Oddi, which means that we are going to get an attack off, and that's really cool, since Glean is now going to cost 4 mana, and I already have a Selkie Spirit and a Scorch Blade in my hand to play on the next turn, so let me just deal quite a bit of damage as well. Do I really not play anything now? I mean, I am going to play my Selkie Spirit down on the board, guys, for the tempo. I mean, I can't just not use my 3 mana. I know we want to pull the combo off, but worst case scenario, my opponent is going to have to spend something to get rid of that, and then I can just follow up with Glean on the next turn. Yep, they're probably getting rid of that. That's okay though. Oddi is going to survive. Oh no, he won't. Let me immediately play Glean. Then I can trade you. And we have a Draka Gatherer now to start getting those Draconite Shards. A Forbidden Knowledge for my opponent. Okay, so it's a good time for me to play my Draka Gatherer. Let's deal 7 more damage to my opponent and end my turn. I am really afraid of the spell that I gave to my opponent at the start of the game. Another Eldritch Mystery for my opponent, and they're probably going to get rid of my Draka Gatherer here. Oh, but I already get a Draconite Shard back, so that's really cool. Pyrrhic Knowledge? What? What are you even going to play? Probably another one of those? That's actually a really strong play for my opponent. Yep. They are going to get rid of my Glean here. That's a very smart play, which is going to slow down the game a little bit, so I can start with a Draconite Shard here to get... I mean, Tarkern is not that bad. Also, the Volatile Fire Breather is not bad here, so I'm going to get that, and I'm going to play that immediately actually. I am dealing 2 more damage to my opponent, and that's probably it for now. Yep. My opponent is going to spend 2 mana to draw a couple more spells. Let's see if they find what they're looking for. A Blizzard Bolt, that's going to slow down my next turn by quite a bit. Oh, and my opponent is threatening play Unbound Flames on the next turn. I kind of think, so let me just attack directly. Then I'm going to draw a card with the Ambitious Adventurer. Let me just do that. We're going to find an Encumbered Looter, so let me also just throw that down on the board. And I think that's going to be it for now, since something tells me that we're not going to have a board on the next turn. So let me just save my Scorch Blade for now, not the biggest of removals for my opponent. And we are going to get Rally the Band as well. Oh, that's a Draka Gatherer. I can also throw you down on the board, along with my Dragon Fang. Let me then play Rally the Band to get another Scorch Blade. And I think that's it for now, yeah. My opponent has managed to slow down the game, and now, since they are at 7 mana, they can probably start doing some really crazy stuff to us. They are just going to use Target Power on my Dragon and play an Eldritch Blast. Oh wow. They are starting to ramp up. Oh, and a Nightleaf Trapper for my opponent. We have a Savage Strike to clear this creature really easily. But I can also play my Draka Gatherer here, along with a Savage Strike. Then I am going to attack this creature and use my Get Power to clear it. And that's going to give me another Draconite Shard. Not too bad, actually. My opponent is going to draw a couple of cards now, looking for an answer. They're going to find the Tracking Bolt, that's still really lucky for them. We have the Chieftain here. That's so awesome. Let me start with the Draconite Shard, and I think I'm going to throw an Ironclaw Commander down on the board. Let me also use the extra mana here, and that's going to be the end of our turn. We're patiently waiting to find our win condition. We really need to top deck a Selkie Spirit right now, or ULRIKA. My opponent is even going to play Ancient Texts, which is kind of greedy. A really good draw for me, so let me start by playing a Savage Strike here. Let's clear those 2 cards, and then I want to play that. We have an Encumbered Looter and Selkie Spirit. Okay, that's the play. Guys, we just need to survive a couple more turns, but my opponent is threatening to win the game really soon as well. That's a Demetrios, we don't really mind that either at the moment. Let me just play my Selkie Spirit. Then I am going to play a Scorch Blade to get a 0 mana Draconite Shard. I can also play Gemfuse Strike on one of these, and as soon as we clear that creature, we are also going to get a Claw and Fang for 0, and if we find... Oh no, I'm trolling. Yeah, that's the play. We really need to play 8 mana on the next turn. My opponent is going to destroy my Selkie Spirit, that's okay though. And the final draft for my opponent, okay. They're going to draw a couple more cards. We have Rally the Band, that doesn't really help us right now. But what I can do is play the Encumbered Looter and follow up with Soul Survivor to clear those creatures, and then I am going to Mana Surge my Draconite Shard, and hopefully that's going to be lethal on the next turn. Let's see, guys. This is the play. Saved Blast for my opponent. Okay, that's really okay for us. I'm not sure if we have lethal now. We drew a Lava Spitter, that's also cool. Yeah, I don't think we can delay. We need to try to win the game right now. Oh god. Basically, we need to find the... Oh, ULRIKA! Do I just risk it with ULRIKA? We have ULRIKA, and then I can play 3 spells. Guys, I think that's going to be lethal. I can play 4 spells. Yeah, I think we win the game. Wait, I am going to play ULRIKA immediately. Then I am going to follow up with Claw and Fang number 1. That is going to immediately destroy this creature. Yep, I think this is lethal, guys. Yeah. It's happening. Then I can play another Claw and Fang to deal 6 more damage to my opponent. Then I can play my Draconite Shard just for 0 mana to summon an Arandion. We could have even... Guys, this would have also been lethal. Why didn't I think of that before? I should have started with my Draconite Shard, and then I can just play Rally the Band to draw a dragon and just win the game with ULRIKA. That was an amazing game, actually. I never realized that we could have summoned Arandion. It's a very small chance, but still it can happen. This time we're playing against the Death Domain. They're immediately going to throw a Brood Parasite down on the board, which makes it a good turn for me to play my Dragon Fang. And they are also going to throw a Carrion Nester down, because I can immediately play my Lava Spitter here, and then I can attack my opponent with my Relic to clear that creature, and guys, that's a decent start to the game. My opponent has a Necroscepter thing, and they are also going to trade here. We have a Draka Gatherer. I am probably playing that on the next turn, so I think I am going to attack directly. That's going to allow me to play my Blood Price here. We have a Scale Dance and a Scorch Blade, that's really cool. I think I'm going to play Claw and Fang on this, and then I can also use my extra mana to clear this, and also my opponent's zombie. And it's looking not too bad. That's going to be a strong creature for my opponent. And the Curse of Greed, wow. Oh, but we also have a Selkie Spirit, and I kind of want to play that immediately. Yes, I will. Along with a Scorch Blade, which is going to give me my first Draconite Shard for 0. And do I even attack that? Probably not. I'm going to keep my Relic so that I can use it along with my Draka Gatherer, potentially get another Draconite Shard in my hand. Guys, we're just trying to stay alive in the early game. My opponent is going to trade their creature, which is going to give them another dead dragon, and they are also going to make a very strong play with a Catacomb Pariah. They are also going to use Target Power, which makes it very easy for me to play my next turn. I am just going to use my Draka Gatherer. I am going to trade here, obviously, and that's going to give me another Draconite Shard. And guys, in all honesty, let me just attack this as well to get rid of my opponent's zombie. And yeah, that's it. We already have a Chieftain of Impulse and a 0 mana costing Draconite Shard, so as soon as we reach 7 mana, I really want to use the extra pip here to mana search those Draconite Shards. That is going to be a Blackfire Fledgling for my opponent, and they're just going to use Target Power, which is kind of okay again. Let me just play Scale Dance, I guess. You know what? I can start with my Draconite Shard here. Oh, we have a Carrion Nester and a Sibarus as well. And I can play that on the next turn. Yeah, I am definitely getting Sibarus. In which case, I'm just going to play my Scale Dance. Then I am trading this dragon here. Actually, can I use another Draconite Shard? No, I think this is going to be a bigger threat, so let me just attack my opponent for 4, and I am ending my turn afterwards. We get another Draconite Shard, that's so cool. And guys, you know what? We have another very strong turn here. I can just attack my opponent's zombie with my dragon. And then I am going to play Sibarus to get my Draka Gatherer back on the board. And now we have... What was that? Did you see that? That was a very weird interaction. But regardless, what the heck? What is happening to my dragon? We have a Reckless Dive as well, that's so awesome. But I can play a Gemfew Strike here and here. I can get Rally the Band. I really want to get that spell here. And then... do I also get Claw and Fang? Probably. And I think that right now, we are at 9 cards in my hand. So I think I am forced to play a Claw and Fang. Let me just do that immediately. I am attacking my opponent directly. And guys, I can even play one of my Draconite Shards as well. Oh, we have a Lockhart. That's an interesting one. You know what? I am going to get Lockhart. Since I have my Reckless Dive, what is going on? Why is my Draconite Shard going back and forth? That's it? Nothing else? I guess we'll take that. Can we just win the game now? Somehow, probably not. Okay, so what do I even do now? Let me start with Dragonite Shard, I guess. So let me just play you, and then let me just play another Dragonite Shard, I guess. And I think I can even throw a Blackfire Fledgling down on the board. Yep, sounds about right. Let me also trade my opponent's zombie, and then I am dealing 4 more damage to my opponent. And guys, you know what? I am even going to play another Dragonite Shard to Mana Surge, the one I have in my hand for 0 mana, because if my opponent doesn't clear the board immediately, I think we can find lethal with a Chieftain of Impulse on the next turn. Bad luck for my opponent, okay. Which means that Shibarus is probably going down, along with my Sailfire Dragon here. Oh, and the Blight Bomb, okay. Not the end of the world, we're gonna get another Dragonite Shard. My opponent is also just going to use Dark Power, but I think, guys, we have this one in the bag. Actually, you know what? I am going to risk it all. I am just going to play the Chieftain of Impulse here. Then I am going to play my Dragonite Shard. If we find a strong dragon, this is not enough, sadly. We're going to summon a Rotting Dreadwyrm here. My opponent is going to survive with just 1 health, actually. I don't really believe it. I am forced to trade this zombie as well. And that's going to be the end of our turn. Oh my goodness, how lucky is that for my opponent? But can they realistically recover? It's a Burial Wyrm to activate Witch Dragon? Huh? That's not enough, ever. Guys, I think we just won the game. Yep, just like that, the game is ours. My Blackfire Dragon is going to deal 3 damage to my opponent, and that's going to be the end of this game. It's another win for us. And this actually get... wow. I could have won on the previous turn, what am I doing? I just realized, did you guys see that? While I was trying this deck out, I ended up winning about the same amount of games as I ended up losing, so I think that this deck still needs a bit of work, but there really is something here with this unique interaction of the Selkie Spirit. Don't forget to drop a like, guys, if you enjoyed this video. If you like those cool meme deck ideas, don't forget to make a comment immediately, because we just started another weekly giveaway, and this comment that you're about to make is going to enter you into my weekly raffle. That's all you need to do. And lastly, don't forget to subscribe, because I upload Gods Unchained content every single day. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I'll see you all tomorrow with a brand new deck idea. Oh, and before we go, a big shout out to Vin12, who dropped me a message and told me, hey, could this interaction work? Why don't you try it out? Thank you so much. I'll see you all tomorrow, guys.